the gravitational force on Earth, we would float instead of walk.
I have what we call the board of mystery.
It's what binds us and mostly everything around us to the Earth.
Off and really hit my face on the other side of the wall.
But in some places on Earth, a strange phenomenon is at work, and the gravitational force becomes zero. From the waterfall that's flow defies logic, to the mystery anomaly in a forest outside of Santa Cruz, California. 10. The Oregon Vortex. Open to visitors since 1930, the Oregon Vortex is a must-see roadside attraction. Located in Gold Hill, Oregon, USA, this area defies gravity.
Vortex, creating the illusion to the phenomenon.
And also has a bone-chilling backstory. What more could anyone want? Built on what is believed to be ancient Native American forbidden land, this area is prone to paranormal events dating back centuries. The attraction consists of many interesting effects and optical illusions, and is one of the oldest in the area. People are drawn from near and far to see the place where bubble levels, tape measures, yardsticks, uphill ball rolling, and plumb lines are used to demonstrate its anti-gravity properties. The paranormal effect creates a 165-foot magnet radius, which is said to be the cause of the bending light, altering of masses, and gravity defiance. I don't know about you, but the combination of paranormal activity and a lack of gravity sounds like the perfect mix to me. This is a must-see for the adventurer's to-do list. Don't you agree? Number 9. The Mysterious Road in South Korea. The world really is a fascinating place. So fascinating it can often leave you speechless. This mystery in Jeju, South Korea is one that'll have you guessing well after you have visited. An optical illusion in the form of a mysterious road that defies gravity lies on Gravity Hill. The road is on a slight downward incline, but actually looks like it slopes uphill. It really is quite the unusual sight.
So right now the car's in neutral. Look at this.
In fact, it makes you want to blink to check if what you're seeing is real. This is caused by the illusion that the surrounding land and layout is flat. A Gravity Hill area can make it seem like a car that is left out of gear and with no foot on the accelerator can move uphill by itself. This area can also make water appear like it's flowing upwards. People who have experienced the mysterious road can't believe their eyes when their cars look to be traveling uphill by themselves. The mysterious road runs for about 100 meters and has a clearly marked starting and end point. If you're visiting this area, you better like crowds because there are literally thousands of tourists flooding to witness this phenomenon each year. Number 8. Golden Rock, Myanmar. For many centuries, the Golden Rock has been defying the laws of gravity. Located in Mon State, Myanmar, the Kyaiktiyo Pagoda, or Golden Rock, is a 611-ton giant. It is huge, measuring 5 meters high and with a circumference of 50 feet.
So there's a section just up here that you can walk onto and stick some gold leaf onto the rock?
It sits within a world-renowned Buddhist pilgrimage site that houses a small pagoda which is built on top of the granite boulder. These attractions each become a thing of beauty when the sun reflects off their surfaces, creating a golden gleam. The boulder is precariously perched up high on the side of Mount Kyaiktiyo and is said to be held by just one strand of the Buddha's hair. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but it certainly adds to the rock's appeal. At first glance, it looks like the boulder's floating in the air and perhaps even on the verge of rolling down the cliff. The rock hangs off the cliffside by at least half its actual size, sitting above a vertical drop over the deep valley below. Travelers come to see the rock from all over the world. Most believe that a mere glimpse will be blessing enough, and they lay gifts and food as an offering to the gods. This golden beauty is well worth a look, but I would hate to be up close if it were to ever slip. Number 7. Stone of Decasco, Argentina. In a fight between a boulder and gravity, gravity is the clear winner. The Decasco stone, as it was named, sat quite nicely upon the face of a massive rock formation before gravity pushed it over the edge. But before it fell, it spent thousands of years perched up on the hill, defying gravity. Could you imagine being taunted for that many years? Poor gravity. I bet it was pleased when the boulder finally fell. The fallen 300-ton boulder, which split into several pieces on impact, was replaced by a 9-ton plastic replica that is fixed to the rock formation around it. The Stone of Decasco has many legends and stories surrounding it, many believing that when people began to settle in the area, a king's favorite son was responsible. He not only brought them to the area, he also taught them cattle breeding and farming. When he left, he promised the people he would return, leaving the huge stone on the top of the mountain as a reminder. He is also said to have put a spell on it to ensure it didn't fall into the abyss below. Scientists have a more plausible explanation. They believe the stone appeared to defy gravity due to small stones halting its movement and keeping it stable for all those years. Whatever the reason for its gravity-defying properties and its subsequent fall from grace, I'm glad I wasn't there to witness it fall. Could you imagine the noise, not to mention the trembling of the earth below? That would have been some earthquake. Number 6. Rua do Amendoim, Peanut Street. Don't leave your car unattended on Peanut Street. It may just get stolen by an invisible force. Yeah, that's right. Peanut Street has an invisible thief. Cars that stop on this anti-gravity street seem to slowly roll uphill, gaining speed as they flee the scene. So you best put your brakes on, or you might fall foul of the law. Many explanations have been tossed around for these strange happenings, from the obvious theft theory to the hill being haunted. There's also a suggestion that there might be a huge deposit of iron beneath the street, which draws vehicles uphill with its magnetic pull.
And the car goes uphill. This car is going uphill.
However, in reality, this is all just an optical illusion, as the street appears to have a steep incline, but there is in fact an unnoticeable dip in the road. Peanut Street is in Brazil, and it's a street that creates a lot of attention. Puzzled drivers and pedestrians often gather to try and figure out the case of this magic and mysterious street. Number 5. Spook Hill. Spook Hill is the name given to a gravity hill located in Lake Wales, Florida. The name alone has me intrigued as to what it's all about. What about you?
Spook Hill.
An optical illusion on this piece of road has cars appearing to roll uphill instead of down, essentially defying gravity. This attraction sits adjacent to Spook Hill Elementary School, which, as its name suggests, acknowledges the mystery within the area. Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, this hill has become quite famous. In fact, it's even appeared on the front of Wall Street Journal and CBS Morning News. Now that's famous. People travel from throughout the world to come and feel exactly what it's like to exist in this magical area.
So it really works. It's crazy.
This spurs folklore, curiosity, and storytelling, which makes the area even more popular. Spook Hill is one of the oldest known gravity hills in the country, and the only one known in the state of Florida, giving it its historic reputation. Storytellers say that this unique area was founded by a Native American tribe who were harassed by a giant alligator. They sent their strongest warrior chief to fend off the beast, and the battle ended with the death of the chief, who was buried on the north side of the hill. The eerie nature and strange occurrences surrounding the place have led people to believe it is the chief's spirit haunting them. How spooky. Number 4. Electric Bray. After finding the pretty little village of Dunor surrounded by ruined castles and heading south for just over a mile, you will come across a road that seems to descend for a quarter mile. It is known locally as Bray and is commonly known across the world as Electric Bray. The term electric dates back to a time when the phenomenon was said to be caused by electric or magnetic attraction within the Bray. Located in Ayrshire, Scotland, Bray is an anti-gravity stretch of road that mysteriously appears to draw freewheeling cars uphill. While there's a slight slope upwards, the configuration of the land is where the illusion occurs. When standing on either side of the road, the slope seems to go the other way. This creates the illusion that a stationary car, sitting on the road with its brakes off, is moving slowly uphill.
Rolling backwards uphill. No feet, no engine.
You definitely save petrol living in a place like this. Just turn your car off and let the road lead the way. Number 3. Cosmos Mystery Area. The area known as the Cosmos is like a scene from a sci-fi movie. It is a place where the laws of physics have been disregarded and nature has gone completely berserk. The Cosmos Mystery Area, located in Rapid City, South Dakota, is one of the strangest locations in the entire Black Hills area. It makes people question where they stand and the lack of gravitational force. This topsy-turvy funhouse creates a world where excitement, mystery, and science combine.
I feel like I'm level and the whole building is like this. Yup.
It contains many different areas that truly mess with one's mind. Through dozens of mystery areas, magnetic hills, and gravity vortexes, this funhouse tests and tricks your brain to question if gravity truly exists. Not knowing what way is up or what way is down, this trickery has been perceived as a paranormal force, but it's actually just your brain making a simple mistake. The cabin is built on a 20-degree tilt, not noticeable until you're standing amongst the chaos wondering what is going on. Number 2. Mystery Spot Ignis, Michigan. In the early 1950s, while some surveyors were exploring Michigan's Upper Peninsula, their equipment suddenly became faulty, giving out incorrect readings. After some analysis, they discovered that the gear would only fail within a specific 300-foot diameter of land. Here, they discovered a mystery spot. In these areas, your brain tries to make sense of the strange way that gravity works, or rather does not work, within this space. Reported to have a physical effect on those who visit, with people feeling lightheaded and queasy, an optical illusion makes people look to be represented in a mysterious way. Objects and people appear to change both size and state. Tourism is high at the St. Ignis Mystery Spot, as many have experienced optical contradictions and physical sensations. The cause of this remains unanswered, but this fact just adds to the allure, with people flocking from right across the globe to check out the phenomena for themselves. Number 1. Hudson Bay Area, Canada. Gravity's gone. There are no apples falling from trees, people float through the air, cars have no purpose, and we spend our days uncontrollably bumping into others. This would be a world I'm not quite sure I'd like to live in. In the mid-1960s, Canadian scientists discovered that parts of their country were missing gravity altogether. 2 theories were issued. The first being that there was a high concentration of convection currents within the affected area's continental plates, therefore decreasing gravity. The other theory was that Hudson Bay Canada and other surrounding areas are a part of an indentation in the Earth caused by an ice sheet that covered the area over 2.5 million years ago. It is believed that gravity will not fully recover in this area until the indentation slowly fixes itself. This area also plays a large part in history, as it was heavily militarized during the Cold War, in which Soviet bombing raids occurred. Whatever the case, the anti-gravity zone does not require residents to nail their possessions to the ground to stop them from floating away. This anomaly attracts tourists from throughout the world, as it really is a gravity-defying area that has the research of scientists confirming it. Hudson has fascinated supernatural specialists for years, with the distinctive shapes in the ground proposed as extraterrestrial activity. The area is so fascinating that it would be worth a visit. Just be sure to keep both feet on the ground. If there's one thing we can almost always count on, it's gravity. This is what keeps our feet firmly planted on the ground. But imagine if it were to suddenly disappear without a trace.